Ooh, cool. Welcome back. Still driving the Audi DTM RS5 Turbo, and I have made just a slight change from the last video I made, but the real reason I'm making this is, if you don't know already, forget about Tokyo Expressway. Sardegna is the place to be if you want to make cash money. Easy credits, easy money sniper, easy money driver. This is the place. Alright, so it's a 15 lap race, right? That's more than Tokyo Expressway. It's more than a lot of the 800 pp races, but it's totally worth it. Trust me. Even if you're grinding for credits, it's totally worth it. The amount of time you'll spend, if you do the 60-minute race, you'll get 1,000,000 credits if you win. You do this 15 lap Sardegna race twice in an hour, you will make, and you win, of course. If you place top step of the podium, you will make well over 1,000,000 credits. Alright, so being that it's a 15 lap race, I am not going to share all 15 laps. I'm sharing the first 6 laps, right? So my first pit stop. After that, it's, like track days, time attack. It's a little more interesting when you have these AI, but the AI actually has been improved over the last few times. Now, other thing that has improved that I griped about on and on endlessly was the pit delta. The pit delta is much more fair now, I might say. Before, as the player, as the protagonist in this adventure, right, pit delta would be, I don't know, 30 to 40 seconds, something crazy like that. But in that space of time, if you were, say, in third place, by the time you came out of, at least in my experience, I'm in third place, I go box, come out, and I'm down at like 10th or 12th place, something ridiculous like that. Whereas now, if I pit in third place, I will come out in like 6th or 7th place, something a little more reasonable, something a little more fair. And I'm all for that. The other side of that coin is when the AI pits. Before the AI, I, as the player, would pit and it would take forever. And then when the AI pits, they're in and out in like the blink of an eye. You make around 2 turns, they're in and out. But right now, the AI is on equal footing, or I should say, the player is on equal footing in the pit delta with the AI, and that for me is a plus, a big plus in my book. All right, so let's look at Sardegna. This is lap 1, and home straight, I usually get up to 6th, shift down to 2nd to make one of these turns, shift up to 3rd, make it past this R8 is gonna let me by, or slide in, late brake, shift down to 2nd and 1st. One of the things I learned in taking these, there's a lot of sharp turns in Sardegna, right? Shift down 2nd, hug the turn on the inside, shift up again. Why not shift all the way up? Right, so what I was saying is that I usually break it down to 1st, even 2nd. Sometimes there is like a 90-degree turn, or even a more severe turn like this one. Break it down 2nd. I would even break it down to 1st gear because I had some overrun, slide out into the marbles and get lost and lose time on that turn. Right, so what's the point? Left turn, break it down 2nd, here it is, 1st gear, and this is the next to final turn before a home straight. And speaking of straights, the straights aren't really straight. This is the straightest straight in Sardinia, but everything else that seems straight is really slightly bent curved. But that's fine. It's an interesting track. It's a good place to hone your skills and make some easy credits while you're at it. Alright, so it may not be easy, but it's totally worth it. I can't say that enough. This is a nice little section. I mean, I really like this track. I actually forgot about this track because I hadn't driven it in a while. I can't remember the last time I drove this, I think. I don't even remember. Anyway, I'm running the basic setup, racing mediums. Even when I pit, I'm going off to racing medium. I am, for the first 5-6 laps, I'm on fuel map 1. Right? I'm trying to do this one pit stop race, and it's possible. It's very possible. However, after that first pit stop, I do go into fuel savings mode, and that shouldn't be a problem. Right? So that means after the pit stop, or a lap after the pit stop, let's say if I'm going in on lap 6, that means, there's 7 laps to go. Math is horrible. At any rate, so after the pit stop, right, 15 laps, so this is about 9 laps to go, right? But you can do it on one pit stop. I've done it more times than one, right? But that means that fuel save mode, fuel lap 6, and I use that for a couple of laps. And yeah, I'm not going to show that to you because I don't know that anybody wants to watch a 15 lap race on YouTube. And yeah, you might scroll forward, back, or whatever the case may be, but I'm not going to pretend that anybody's going to want to watch that much footage. I mean, I have it recorded, but yeah. So anyway, lap 5, and Fraga has the fastest lap, so 1:40. And I'm going to try and beat that fastest lap. You may not see it happen, but I'm going to try my best as to do it. I like this turn because I hug the left turn and swing it wide, then hug the right. I do use the apex markers. I don't use the driving line, so if you are one of those people who are using the driving line, I'm kind of making my line as I go along, based on the tire wear, based on the traffic, etc., etc. I'm using my own driving line, which means that there is no driving line. I just use the apex markers and the braking zones. So here I am. It's 5th lap already. I'm in first place. And my tire wear looks good. Looking at the fuel gauge, it looks like I have a couple more laps in the tank. And in other races I tried to pit on lap 5, but that means that there's a lot more wear on the tire if you're trying to do a one-stop race. And you'll see the AI pits a couple of times in this race. I want to do it on one for the obvious reasons. The fewer stops, the more you get to hold station and keep your station. This car is super good on tire wear. But at the same time, when I do pit, I will change the tires because, again, going that full distance, it's going to take its toll. So anyway, I'm going to be quiet for the remainder of the lap. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.